Hey there! Well, it looks like we're live. Just checking here. And, well, the reason I've gone live is I bought this brilliant thing. It is the A-Team record and storybook. Something in Morecambe, £4 in a record shop. That's amazing. So, are we online? I think we are. Oh, there we go. Yes, indeed. So, what I'd like you to do is, I've not heard this yet, so I thought it'd be great fun if we all listen together, because this is just brilliant. You know, we've got Mr. T here, Mr. T. Sadly, we've not got the rest of the gang in doll form, but, you know, let's read along, okay? So, I've got the book, got my pipe, okay, for concentration. All right, so here goes, let's have it. Let's see what this baby... All right.
The A-Team, the Maltese Cow.
A Maltese cow.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit.
Classic.
These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Come on! Oh, there's a theme tune.
A sunlit day in the bustling
Story.
part of the city known as Chinatown. There are probably 100 stories to tell on each and every block. But today we are concerned with the one about to take place at the Golden Pagoda restaurant, the pride and joy of Sam Yang and his lovely daughter, Sun. Sam and Sun are busily serving their lunchtime customers when suddenly the front door of the restaurant is kicked open and 4 men burst in dressed in black.
Ooh.
Masks cover their faces. They are armed and begin to fire over the heads of screaming, terrified customers. They take aim at the ornate bar, turning the mirror, shelves, and bottles into shards of glass and seas of liquid. Sam and Sun stare up on the floor at the masked leader of the group.
Masked leader. Bing.
You
Turn Bing.
were given time.
Sam manages to speak.
I told them I will not pay.
The masked leader stares at Sam through the black holes in his mask.
This is only the start. The Long Chin says from now on you pay like everybody else. Tomorrow at 2 we will be back. Then every Tuesday after, the Long Chin gets 1,000.
As all the customers remain frozen in fear, the gunmen proceed to remove all the money from the cash register. Then, after taking all the valuables, watches, money, rings from the customers, they turn to leave. The leader addresses Sam Yang once again.
Here we go.
Unless you can afford a bodyguard 24 hours a day, don't call the cops.
Who are you going to call?
One thought comes to Sam Yang's mind. There is only one place he can turn for help. He places a telephone call. Soon the A-Team van pulls up to the Golden Pagoda restaurant. 4 very sad-faced members of the A-Team get out and enter the restaurant.
You come. The A-Team will come. Oh, thank you, Hannibal. We owe you, man. We're here.
That's
The
him.
A-Team never forgets a friend. Back in Saigon, Sam saved their lives, and now it's time to repay that debt.
Tell us what happened, Sam.
I won't pay protection money to Long Chin, so they come shoot up our restaurant. I call you because I have no one else I can trust. If I call the police, they will kill us. But I should not have called. Even the A-Team cannot fight the Long Chin. They are Chinese Tong who can throw everything in Chinatown.
Everything.
A tong? I thought tongs were only social clubs today.
The Long Chin is not. They have just come from China a few years ago, so they are like the old Tongs. If I defy them, they will kill me.
Old
The
tongues, new
A-Team tries
tongues.
to reassure Sam. They must find out where the Tong's headquarters are. Sam is reluctant to tell, but finally gives the information.
2 blocks over. The white building next to the laundry. But you will never get in. They have men guarding everywhere.
Oh, yeah. The A-Team will get in.
You never say never to the A-Team.
Never.
Hannibal and the team get into the van for a drive around Chinatown, with particular attention to that certain white building next to the laundry. One thing becomes perfectly clear at once as the van cruises slowly down the street. All eyes are on the strangers. The second thing that becomes all too clear is that the headquarters of the Long Chin is very well guarded. In fact, it looks like a small army surrounds it. Just as the A-Team was making a final pass in front of the headquarters, the automatic garage door opens to admit a long black limousine. Seated inside was an elderly Chinese gentleman. As the electric garage door closed behind the limo, two black sedans cut off the 18 van in both front and back. Thugs got out and surrounded the van.
Thugs.
A huge hulking form stepped up to the door on Hannibal's side and spoke.
Here we go.
You're lost.
Hannibal never was one to pursue an impossible situation.
Just passing through. You guys have a real nice block here.
He nodded to B.A., who put the van in gear and pulled out. But Hannibal had a plan. Yes, today was Tuesday, and when the Longchin returned to pick up their protection money from Sam Yang, they would find the 18 ready for them at the Golden Pagoda restaurant.
Good plan.
Where's Sam Yang? He owes me money.
Oh, Sam took the whole family on vacation. He left us behind to mind the store. I guess that means we're going to pay you what we owe you. Isn't that right, guys?
In a flash, the Golden Pagoda was a mass of arms and legs. But even with their best karate kicks, the Longchin thugs were no match for the 18.
There we go. Oh, I think you've got to turn the record over. Old school. Here we go. Okay. This is exciting. Let's have part two. Part two. Here we go.
When they were all out cold on the floor, the second part of Hannibal's plan was put into effect.
Plans
The
coming
18
together.
quickly changed clothes with the Longchin members, and after persuading them to offer up their car keys, the 18 drove off to pay a little visit to the Tong headquarters. Murdoch, who clearly reads too many detective stories, put on his best Sam Spade act.
I felt myself drawn into the mysterious world of the Orient.
Good voice.
Yes, the case of the Maltese cow would haunt me like the scent of cheap perfume. Will someone tell this guy to stop? Enough of this Sam Spade!
Easy, guys. We're almost there.
The plan to invade the Longchin headquarters went flawlessly. The garage door of the
quick.
building was open and the car drove right in. One lone guard was on duty and he was quickly removed. Quietly, the 18 crept down the hallway to the room where the brain trust of the Longchin was meeting. The 18 listened as Wan Chu, the elderly Chinese man they had glimpsed earlier, spoke.
We have two objectives tonight. Number one is to ensure the safe arrival of our old friend Mr. Chris Thomas, who is returning to the country to resume his very profitable drug business after an unfortunate interruption caused by the United States government.
Oh, those
In
suckers.
exchange for a new identity and safe passage back into the country, Mr. Thomas has graciously consented to let us handle the drug traffic in this city. You have all been instructed in this task, and we will meet tonight at 4 a.m., Pier 52.
Exposition.
Objective 2 is to revenge the insult brought upon the Longchin by Mr. Sam Yang of the Golden Pagoda restaurant. Mr. Yang is refusing to pay the modest sum requested by our organization to ensure the smooth running of his business. Such an insult cannot be allowed. The Golden Pagoda must be destroyed, as well as the people who own it.
No way.
You'll have your work cut out for you. Do it.
Here we go. Oh, yes.
Hannibal and the 18 have heard all they wanted to hear. They burst in, guns blazing.
All hands reach for the sky.
How did you get in here? You have violated the stronghold of the Longchin.
Yeah. Now it's your turn to come up with the money box, pal.
Money box? For what? Who are you?
Friends of the Golden Pagoda restaurant. And we're here to get what's owed to Sam Yang because of what your apes did to his place.
Wan Chu is old and wise. In the face of the 18 guns, he sees no choice, and so he signals one of his men who
They always
produces
miss.
a wooden box filled with thousands of dollars in cold cash.
We'll just take it all for now. If there's any left over after we've repaired the Golden Pagoda and paid back all the other people you've been stealing from, we'll get it back to you. We're leaving now. But remember, we can reappear. And you'll never know when or where we can hit you, so you guys better get out of the collection business.
With a few bursts of rifle fire to cover their exit,
They always
the
miss.
18 took their escape from the Longchin headquarters as smoothly as they entered. But tonight, they will have another meeting with the deadly Tong down at the dock.
Tom on the dock. Ooh. There we go.
It is nearing 4 a.m. On board a freighter at Pier 52, Wan Chu is meeting with a sinister-looking mobster, Chris Thomas, who is preparing to re-enter the country under a brand-new identity arranged by the Longchin. Understandably, Thomas is nervous.
Are you sure there are no cops out there?
Do not worry, Mr. Thomas. The luncheon will take you safely into the city.
Thomas nods. He picks up an item which he holds very carefully under his arm. Wan Chu tries to be helpful.
May we carry that for you?
I'd like you never to touch that, okay?
What is it?
At precisely this second, the door is kicked in and
It's
Big
18!
let fly a burst into the ceiling.
They always miss.
Thomas and Wan Chu hit the floor. And as they do, that precious package Thomas has been carrying under his arm slips out to reveal a porcelain animal that could be a cow. An oriental version, brightly painted, but surely a cow.
A cow.
Murdoch's eyes pop out of his head as he gasps.
The Maltese cow. I knew it.
Maltese
Just
cow.
like in my fantasy. I gotta have a crazy man with me who talks about cows.
Oh, where we go?
Talk about crazy. You had to be a little crazy to try to get these two prisoners off the freighter and into the waiting 18 van through the army of Lung-Chin soldiers who were down on the dock. No turning back. It was forward march as Wan Chu and Thomas walked down the gangplank with B.A. and Murdoch's guns at their backs.
Uh-oh.
The Lung-Chin boys stood in silence as they realized that one move would be the end of their leader. Hannibal and Face watched from the van as B.A. and Murdoch and their prisoners walked across the dock. The door of the van flung open.
Whoa!
As soon as the foursome was inside, Hannibal emptied a box of what looked like grenades onto the dock. He fired a
Grenades?
few bursts of gunfire.
They always miss.
Firecrackers. I'll be Sam Spade. What a great
Sam
idea,
Spade.
Hannibal. That should keep these monkeys busy.
Soon the entire dock was lit up with the exploding firecrackers. The Lung-Chin men were running in every direction, allowing the 18 van to speed off safely, B.A. at the wheel.
Where to, Hannibal?
The police headquarters. The boys in blue will be so happy to see Chris Thomas again. And as
No,
for
Chris
Wan Chu,
Thomas.
Now they'll clean up the corruption in Chinatown so honest guys like Sam Yang can stay in business. Say, Murdoch, what's that our friend Mr. Thomas is carrying under his arm?
Why, that's the Maltese cow, treasure of the Orient.
Looks like a piece of junk to me.
As he spoke, the ceramic piece slipped from Thomas's arm and crashed to the floor of the van, revealing rolls of
Microfilm. Of course.
Microfilm!
The
Classic!
guy comes home to the good old USA to start up his old action again, and he needs the names and telephone numbers of his buddies.
Exposition.
All those guys who stick people in pencil sharpeners for a living. Right, Chris?
So that's the end of the Maltese cow. Score another one for the A-team.
That's it! Brilliant! I hope you've enjoyed our little listening party to the A-Team, the Maltese cow. Well, wasn't that exciting? Thanks for joining me, BA. Cheers, everybody. Bye!